Good morning, children. Let us continue with the lesson now. Already you have come across the first type of tissue in animals. That is what we call it as a epithelial tissue, isn't it? And under epithelial tissue, we have already learned three types of tissue. One is squamous epithelial tissue. Next is columnar epithelial tissue, and the other one is the cuboidal epithelial tissue. Now let us go for the next second type of tissues in animals. That is called as connective tissue. As the name implies, the connective tissue serves a connecting function. So it is connecting. What is it connecting? Let us see. It supports and binds other tissues. So what is it doing? It is helping in support of the body and to bind the other tissue. Bind other means what? To just hold each other. Holding each other. That is called as binding. It is made up of cells and extracellular products secreted by them. So how it is made? It is made up of cells and extracellular products. So inside the cell, what will be happening? Things will be produced inside the cell because there are different types of cell organelles. No, especially when you take ribosomes, what is it producing? It is producing a chemical substance called what? Protein, isn't it? So it helps in the protein synthesis, right? Yes. So like that, what else things will be formed in the cells. So see here, it is made up of cells and extracellular products secreted by them. So there will be so much secretion. Now for example, if you see enzymes is secretion, hormones are secretion, but they are all chemical substances. So those types of secretions take place. And already you know the fluids which is present in the cell as well as the nucleus. What is that fluid? In cell we call it as a cytoplasm, in between the cell membrane and the nuclear membrane. And inside the nucleus there is a fluid, what we call, that is nucleoplasm. So what happens, all these are the fluids which are going to hold so many organelles and they go on helping secretions. So the connective tissue has relatively few cells, accounting for only a small function of tissue volume. So it has got a, what is said here? See, the connective tissue. It is connecting, it is supporting the whole different types of cells in our body. So the connective tissue has relatively few cells. It has got very few cells, accounting for only a small function of tissue and volume. Volume means all the space which is occupied by that is also small. It is very small. Okay, it's not in big area, it is not found. This connective tissue is occupying a very small area. Connective tissue is classified into three types, namely connective tissue proper, specialized connective tissue and embryonic connective tissue. Let us discuss these type of tissues briefly. So there are again here also in connective tissue there are three types of tissues. What are they? Specialized connective tissue. First one is the specialized connective tissue. Then embryonic connective tissues here. It is connective tissue proper, then specialized connective tissue and embryonic tissue. So first one is proper connective tissue, second one is specialized connective tissue, and third one is the embryonic connective tissue. So let us discuss these types briefly. Now let us see in detail about all those things. Okay. So first one is out of connective tissue what? Connective tissue proper. It is called as connective tissue proper. Understood? Now, the components of the connective tissue proper are cells, fibers and ground substances as in other types of connective tissue. The connective tissue proper is subdivided into two types. So, what does it consist of? What does this connective tissue proper consist of? It is consisting of the cells. Already you know, cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life, isn't it? So what does it consist of? It is also consisting of cells. And these cells are going to form fibers. Fibers means what? Thread-like structures. The cells will join together like thread-like structure. That is called as fibers. And ground substances. Ground substances, already I said no, the jelly-like substance which is present in the cells, okay, the fluid or the liquid like type of substances, that is nothing but secretions. You understood? So secretions means what is happening, like I told you, the chemical substance like enzymes, then hormones, these are all chemical substances. They are all fluid type of substances which is secreted by certain cells. So here, so the connective tissue proper are having consisting of cells. It is consisting of fibers. Can fibers from just like that? It is nothing but it is again joining of more cells in the form of a thread-like structure. So that is called as fibers. You can see here. Can you see this? Thread-like structures here. So this is what you call it as a fibers. They are thick ones. You can see here that way. And ground substance. Ground substance means I told you it is jelly-like or fluid-like substances. So all these things are present here under connective tissue proper. So the connective tissue proper is subdivided into two types. So there are two types of connective tissues. One is loose connective tissue. It is most widely distributed connective tissue in the animal body. So most of the part of animal body or even the human body, human beings also are classified under animals only. So what is happening now? If you take a human body or an animal body, what is happening? You see this connective tissue is distributed throughout the body. Throughout the body you find the connective tissue. In vertebrates, vertebrates means they are the organisms which have backbone. We have backbone, right? All higher animals have backbone. So you can see the backbone now. The same way other animals also have backbone. What is it doing? In vertebrates, the most common type of connective tissue is loose connective tissue. It holds organs in place and attaches the epithelial tissue to other underlying tissues. So what is the work of this loose connective tissue? It holds organs in place. Now, for example, you take backbone, you take. So backbone, what is it doing? In front of that backbone, because it's going to provide a support, in front you see the heart, you see the kidneys, you see this lungs and all those things. If that bone was not there, what would happen? This heart, lungs and all would have not been. See, there is a rib cage. Rib cage is nothing but bones. It is made up of bones or skeleton. Rib cage you would have, I'll show you later. So in that rib cage you see the heart and backside there will be sternum and the backbone. You understood? So what is happening? Because there is a provision of support by the bones. Bones will help you to stand erect, isn't it? So because that bones are there, what is happening? And the ribs are there. Ribs means ring-like structures they are in the chest cavity. So what happens? This heart, lungs and all, they are soft tissues. They are held properly in those places, in the rib cage. If not, what would happen? They would have just dropped down, isn't it? They would have not been in the same particular place, right? So like that, it is the meaning here. In vertebrates, vertebrates means I said those who have got backbone. The most common type of connective tissue is the loose connective tissue. So this is areolar tissue diagram. Okay, I'll tell you. It is loose connective tissue. It holds organs in place. All the organs. Now for example, I told you heart, lungs and all. What are they? They are all organs. They are held in proper place. And attaches the epithelial tissue to other underlying tissues. And what is it doing? It is going to hold the epithelial tissues. So, and it holds the epithelial tissue on underlying tissues. Okay, so all the tissues will be held properly in proper place. They are placed in a proper place. Loose connective tissue is named based on the weave and type of its constituent fibers. So, how is this loose connective tissue formed? It is based on the weave. Weave means what? You know this, when the cloth is prepared or when the cloth like this is prepared, what happens? They will be weaving. Understood? You would have seen Magga Neyudu, they say, right? So like that only here also you can you see the fibers? How they are? They are all interlocked with each other, isn't it? Like this they are interlocked, correct? When they are interlocked only what is going to happen? A thread-like structure will be formed. Understood? That's the meaning here. Loose connective tissue is named based on the weaving. And can you see that? One above the other, they are all interlocking system here. You can see. So weave and type of its constituent fibers. There are three main types: collagenous fibers, elastic fibers, and reticular fibers. So children, under connective tissue, three types are there. What are the three types of connective tissue? So you know connective tissue proper is the first one. Specialized connective tissue is the second one. Embryonic connective tissue is the third one, right? Now coming to connective tissue proper, the first one. If you come under that again you have got loose connective tissue and fibrous connective tissue. Okay, so under that again you can see loose connective tissue. There are three main types. What are those? That is called as collagenous fibers, elastic fibers and reticular fibers. Now this is areolar connective tissue. Collagen fiber. Can you see here? This thick one. This is called as collagen fiber. And then you can see so what happens? You can see it will be like this. Like this it will be attached. Okay. And then that is collagen fibers. Fibroblast. Fibroblast means it will be like this. Because here in the picture it's not clear. I will show you later that this is like fibroblast. And then elastic fiber. Thin thread-like structures you can see. Thin ones. These are elastic fibers and ground substance. So this will be fully with a fluid. All this will be like fluid, that is called as a ground substance. Did you understand now? So the thick one is collagen fiber. This is fibroblast. Fibroblast. This one is a elastic fiber. And then you have this dotted structure full, that is called as a ground substance. Did you understand? Coming to the next one is fibrous connective tissue. Another type of connective tissue is fibrous connective tissue, which is found in tendons and ligaments. The fibrous connective tissue is composed of large amounts of closely packed collagenous fibers. So you see the tendons and ligaments. If you observe your hands, so actually here you can see. You see that if you touch it, you can see something hard fiber. And you observe, all of you just observe, hard fibers are there. And they will be connecting from cells to bones. Okay. So that is the tendons, and bone to bone also you can see, especially in the legs, down part if you see, you can see that. Near ankle part you see. There also you can see. So these type of fibrous structures which is holding the muscles to bones, bones to bones, they are called as tendons and ligaments. Did you understand? So here, what is that? Yeah, fibrous connective tissue. Another type of connective tissue is fibrous connective tissue, which is found in tendons and ligaments. The fibrous connective tissue is composed of large amounts of closely packed collagenous fibers. Already I learned collagenous fibers. This is collagen fibers. Understood? So large number of collagen fibers you see in the fibrous connective tissue. Now look here. Note, perform this activity under teacher's guidance. Rinse your mouth and gently scrap the inner lining of your cheek with a blunt object or a toothpick. So you have to clean your mouth, and from inside, inside that you have to cheek inside. From inside you have to put the hand, and with this this one or the toothpick, slowly small skin, very small skin you have to take. Place a drop of water on a clean glass slide. Drop of water on a slide. You will get a small piece of glass, that is called as glass slide. And add scrapings to it. So whatever is removed from the mouth, just put it on that glass slide. Add a drop of methylene blue strain. Mix and place a cover slip over it. Cover slip is thin round glass, very thin round glass you get. So first you have to take the slide. So it is like this. A glass slide you are going to take. So what you have to do? You have to take a glass slide. It's purely glass like this. It will be rectangle shaped glass slide. On that you have taken that tissue from the mouth. Put that here with a few drop of water. And then you will get a still very thin glass. round glass you get, that is called as cover slip. Just put it like this. Cover it. Okay. So when you put that cover slip here, what is going to happen? You see, add a drop of methylene blue stain. So you have to, okay, before covering the slip, cover slip, what you have to do? You have to add methylene blue stain, like ink will be. It will be like just like an ink. So if you put that blue ink, how it will be? No, the same way it will happen. So methylene blue stain, mix and place a cover slip over it. After that, you have to put that thin round glass. Observe first under low power and then under high power of a microscope. You require a microscope there. What kind of tissue is it? Draw your observation and label the parts. So how it will be? Epithelial tissue. Skin part is so it will be epithelial tissue. You have to see that. Okay. That's an activity. Only if you have got microscope you can observe it. Otherwise you cannot observe it. Now, okay, so all this you have to practice children. You have to draw these diagrams. The images I will be showing in the next class. So let me stop it here. We will continue in the next class. Thank you.